Okay. There's like 3 or 4 coats of poly on there. I personally, for my prop stuff, I dust coatings on every like quarter or half of what they recommend. It creates these different layers, especially if it's the same thing. You can actually kind of, the solvent can dissolve one beneath it a little and it can bond a bit more. But most people just put like thick coats on, which need like 3 days to dry. I did like 4 dustings. So I want to leave it for 48 hours or 24 or something from this morning. Yeah, this is fantastic. The fretboard, there's just painter's tape glue on the fretboard. I don't know why, it happens sometimes. But that just comes right off with some like alcohol or something. So I can then like oil the fretboard. Just put the little, I gotta put those in actually. I'm gonna go get it. Hold on. Now, I decided to kind of leave these the way they were. Although I could, I don't want to. These are original, because these are the original dots are a little yellow, maybe from smoke. Wayne, did I remember that correctly? Maybe it's from Wayne's smoke. But they'll, although the fretboard might get clean. Let me clean these a little, just a little. I could use mineral oil. It's a good question. Because whether they're, well, you know what? Let me try this, just a little on a metal finishing sponge, because it's a dense, it's like tile, if it is shell. If it's plastic, this is just buffing plastic, scratching a little bit, which is how you sometimes restrip plastic. But if it's shell and dense, it needs a, oh wow. It's not that, it's still a little yellow, but it's nice and smooth. Wow. Which side is the right side? Because I think this might be shell, because like it's curved. I like that side better. The curved side on the outside, I like it a lot nicer. Because if it was just plastic, I would imagine that it was just a sheet with punched out circles. Wow. Yeah. One, and then to, yeah, this is curved also. Only on one side too. Like a lens with one positive diopter and one flat one. Now they're very snug fit. I'm not gluing these. Because if you ever have to work on the bridge, I want them to come out. But also, they were press fit originally, and they weren't coming out or anything, so I don't feel like it's a problem. But you do have to tap them in a little. I'm not gonna, now if they were like going into solid material, I would take a punch or something like that, but I don't want to do that. So Tom is going to come up with a creative solution. Wow, that is shell. It is. Okay, how about a piece of wood? Dowel. We can just yeah. Okay. It's eating me. Okay. That's it. Yeah. Every time I go, yeah, I think of, oh, yeah. I think of but if it had ham in it, it'd be like a British carbonara. What do you, it has nothing to do with the mac and cheese. It's a different recipe. This is like, yeah, if my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. It's got nothing to do with a mac and cheese. It's a different recipe. I don't know what you think. From a British talk show, it will always crack me up every time I see it. If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. It's got nothing to do with the recipe. A little tacky, and then this is Minwax poly, so once it cures, it's a little like, it feels dusty, right? So I just go over it with really high grit stuff. And then it'll be string time. One's deeper than the other by like 0.2 of a millimeter. I think it's because literally the material is different thicknesses. I think that is shell. Maybe not pearl, because that would be expensive. Maybe it's pearl, I don't know. It felt like shell though. Similar to this that I was working with. Alright. It's a short update, but it's still moving. I know I keep touching it.